Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another wonderful episode of the Wishful Podcast. I got to give a special shout out to all 1,011 of my followers. I love all y'all. Let's see if we could get it to 1,012 today. Today, we going to be talking with the wonderful, the lovely Miss Adrian. You see her. There she goes. She's smiling. She's smiling. There she go. We were having a conversation before I pressed the record button. Let's pick up at just the lidocaine part. You said you needed your cousin to get lidocaine to do what?
And remove 2 stitches that were not taken out by my doctor in my foot.
Damn it. Now me watching this. Now, okay. So I guess I have to go back and explain, or you can explain in detail or not a lot of detail what actually happened to you. If you want to. If not, I could just sum it up in like a sentence or so.
Well, synopsis, July 16th, a dog that I had been taking care of for 2 years decided to attack me in my front yard. And yeah, times, yeah. Bit me up real good and bit through my baby toe and broke it. So I had to get it stitched back on. And here we are, almost 7 weeks later. My birthday will be 8 weeks. Yay. That happened. And I just found out I have 2 stitches still in my foot that were not removed. And now they hurt. So I have to get a lidocaine block to have them taken out. So fun times.
So who's going to provide this lidocaine?
Someone very close to me is going to do it for me, who has all the proper credentials to do so.
Is it a shot or
it is
like
a shot?
Topical?
It is a shot that you get in whatever area, and it's called a lidocaine block when they go like around the area and numb the entire area. And if you've never had a lidocaine block, yeah, it feels like hot lava under your skin. It burns like a son of a snitch for about 45 good seconds, and then all is well in the world.
If I told you it was another way you can apply lidocaine and you're laughing, don't ask me how I know about this. I mean, it's fine if you want to ask. So there's a particular spray that you can buy. It's a men's product. This product is found where you find condoms and stuff.
Fun.
This product is a prolonged, damn it, I'm trying to be scientific. I can't do it. It's going to take too long. It makes you last longer in the bed. This is the Trojan sprays, and it's actually a lot of people that make it. But you spray this spray, males spray this on them, and it desensitizes the area wherever you spray it. It says only 1 or 2 pumps. You know, I guess you have to mess around with it, but you can do that instead of a shot. I don't know if you want to spray it directly on your stitches. It's not an open wound if it's stitched, but I don't think.
Well, apparently it's almost like a splinter in that the skin has not grown over it. So what she'll have to do is do the lidocaine block, and then she'll have to actually just kind of dig it out like a splinter. But I think since the one on the bottom of my foot may have to be cut open. But the one on the side, I can feel it. I just can't take it out. I can't get it out because it's like a lot of tough skin around it. So my body is like trying to fight it. So it's like tough skin around it. So that's probably going to be the hardest one, because when he tried to pull it today, yeah, it didn't come out, and that hurt like a bug. I was like, yeah. But no, we're going to go ahead and get this lidocaine block, because yeah, we're going to do that, because I don't know how long that spray is going to last. And now we're going to get what the doctors do. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, not that I've used this spray myself, but I've heard.
You know about this spray.
Allegedly, this spray lasts pretty long. It's not a 3 to 5 minute. It lasts pretty long. That's what they say. That's what they say. I mean,
now I'm gonna have to look next time I go into one of our local retailers that sell condoms. I'm gonna look and see what it is.
Oh, don't you worry. You can't miss it. You just gonna be like, wow, it's spray. I don't think it's in a like a topical, like something you could put on you. I don't think it's like in a liquid spray for whatever reason. But it's 2025, ain't no telling that, you know. The lizard people live among us and everything else. I did not know this.
What would you like to talk about today outside of my stitches?
You have a lot of arm jewelry on your wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Do they mean anything? Or you just like,
One day I just set a number and I said, I'm going to get 17 bracelets on my wrist and then I won't get any more. And right now I have 16. I actually have 24 bracelets, but for different reasons, I only have 16 of them on. So once I get my 17th bracelet that I keep on all the time, then I won't look for any more bracelets unless something happens. But I just came up with a random number of 17 one day, and right now I'm at 16. Most of them are just different bracelets that I like. Several of them are Pandora. I have several that are Tiffany. What else do I have? Different bracelets. They're all silver. I do have a diamond tennis bracelet on that my kids got me for Christmas. And yeah, like all of them are if it's a diamond bracelet, they are all diamonds. Like, yeah.
okay. So they are significant to you. They're just not random, you know, out the bubblegum machine.
Nah, something I definitely selected them all, unless somebody bought one for me, but I selected most of them. Yeah.
You have a chain on with a half a heart, looks like.
No, it's a whole heart. It's a
It
whole
is?
heart.
Oh, okay. Now I see it.
Mhm.
Okay. Whose heart do you have?
This actually, I've had this for many, many moons. I think I've had this for probably like 15 years.
Oh, okay. So it ain't going nowhere.
Nah.
She's sitting
Crazy
there.
thing, I done lost it like 3 times and it fell off my neck because it'll open randomly and I just keep catching it and it just, yeah.
That's a sign.
Mm-hmm.
That's a sign. Okay. I got some relationship questions. This is one, two, three, four, five. It's like a couple of questions, and some
Mm-hmm.
are opinions. You are on social media just like I am. In your opinion, what would you say makes a relationship work?
Would say definitely communication. That's
Oh,
probably the biggest thing is just communication, but not just communicating just to talk, but both sides actually understanding because you can talk all day, but if the person you're talking to don't understand what you're talking about, you're just wasting wind. I
a
learned
lot of
that the
people do
hard
that.
way.
We gonna talk about that later, because I caught you at a time in your life where you were like, I'm just tired of talking about it, and I understand. I'm not gonna say I get it. I've never been in that situation before. Not yet. I always wanted to be married. I don't know why. I think it's weird. You don't hear men say, man, I want to be married. You just don't. You typically hear women,
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to be married. He didn't say that he got to pick me and this and that. And, they have these fairy tale dreams, as they call them.
Yep.
But, you know, men are like that too. We just, being a man is, Lord, that's something different in America.
I would say, yeah. Just in general,
Is
life right now is just crazy, no matter if you're a man or a woman. I definitely had those aspirations of, oh my God, I can't wait to get married. And then I was just like, I've been there, done that. I got this tattoo on my finger to prove it. And then I'm just like, well, it was fun.
Let's see.
Let's see what.
It's on the finger. You say it's on the finger?
Oh, yeah, I got a tattoo on my finger. Ah, I can't see it.
It's upside down.
I know. That's why I just showed you right quick.
Okay. Okay. I do agree with you. Communication it is what it is. I look at a lot of, and it depends on what platform I'm on. If I'm on Facebook or YouTube, it's just crazy that everything I see is just relationship, and I can't believe that this woman did this and this man did that. And weirdly enough, before I'm gonna ask you this, because clearly you are a woman. What do you think about all of these accountability women that's holding the women that hold other women accountable? If you've seen any of their work.
Well, the one thing I definitely think there are not a lot of women that hold their friends accountable for the shit they doing. That's why you see people out here doing a lot of bullshit and they friends are condoning that stuff. Yeah, girl, go through his phone, go through this, go through that. That's not accountability. That's your friends being messy. And people don't have friends that really value that accountability at all. I can definitely say I'm fortunate that most of the people that I deal with in general, I ain't gonna say most of all the women I deal with in my life are all accountability partners. That's why I don't have that many friends. Like, because they all hold me accountable for the shit I say and the shit I do. You know, it's never, girl, yeah, it's always, why the fuck would you do that? You know, that was stupid. And I do the same thing for them. But I feel like a lot of people are just in general like they're not living life according to what makes them happy. They're living life according to what they see, what social media says they should be doing, what they see their friends doing. Like that doesn't work for everybody. You know, that you might see this person doing this and you're like, "Oh yeah, let me try to do that." That don't always work for you. Like do what works for you. And that is what's gonna work. Like, so people can criticize your relationship, but if that works for you, then do that. Like, that's it. Don't sit up here and look. They keep people look at all these memes and all these stuff you see on social media. Like, I can scroll through TikTok and see 1,000 things about Virgos and 1,000 things about relationships. And I can take one or two words out of it and be like, "Oh yeah, I like what that was," and I like it, but that don't mean I like everything about it. And I'm not finna just judge my life around everything that that thing says. But you have too many people that they don't have no like what's the word I'm thinking of? They don't really have anything to follow, so they follow that shit, and then there you go, staying and doing dumb shit, trying to be like somebody else, and then your relationship fucked up, and then these friends that ain't holding you accountable, that's agreeing with all that bullshit you doing, they happy and you ain't because now you single.
Mhm.
I don't think people really know
I
what that means though, just being accountable. Because I didn't know it for a long time, but I know how to be accountable. I know when to say like, "Oh yeah, that was my bad. I fucked that up."
It's a part of growing and evolving. We gotta do it.
Yeah, you got to. You got to be accountable for your actions because otherwise you just live in this facade and don't nobody want to be alone after a while. Shit, that's just boring.
Yeah, be the cat lady or the dog man or whatever.
What you trying to say? I just got two new puppies. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Nah, I don't. I'm not gonna say I have a slight theory I'm still working on, and the thing with me is I've told a few people. I don't say it to a lot of people. My brain is like 20 trains, 20 freight trains at full speed, all with the greatest, the best ideas, topics, whatever. And it all appear at once. The only thing is, once that train passed, I don't remember it.
Oh wow.
And that's, yeah, it sucks for me. Like, I have all this stuff in my head and I'm like, I can't remember it. And I could get a chance to grab maybe one idea and do this and do that. And it's just, it's weird. But I have a theory on this whole relationship thing. That's why I was going with the trains and stuff. And I'm trying not to complicate it. I have to take all of that and I have to make it small and simple enough for people to understand. Weirdly enough, I was scrolling wherever and I seen something about the Willie Lynch letter and how he made his speech and how he controlled the slave, how he told the slave owners how to control the slaves and everything, how to pit these people against each other. I don't know verbatim, so I'll just kind of say it like that, and just how the battle of the sexes is pretty much what it is now,
Mhm.
and the fact that social media is now driven because everything you see, or at least maybe I don't know, I never thought to put that into a poll either. I don't know if it's just men's algorithms or mine or whoever for the things that I see. Everything I see is like Kevin Samuel videos and women on these pop the balloon talk shows. Like, it's like all these women doing stuff wrong and people talking about these women. So I don't know if it's the opposite for women. If you see like the same thing but just men, like men holding other men accountable and like you shouldn't walk out with gray sweatpants and whatever because of this and that. I don't know.
Well, and again, outside of women not really having friends that are being accountable friends like they should be, social media is just as bad because, like you said, that's your algorithm. One minute you look at one video and you like it, you're going to see 1,000 videos. That's why I was saying about Virgos. I'm a Virgo. So, of course, I like one Virgo video and it's going to show up on my TikTok. It's going to show up on my Facebook and it's going to show up on my Instagram. It's going to show me all these little things about Virgos and people talking about being a Virgo and all the stereotypes that come around being a Virgo. And that's what I'm going to keep seeing. I'm going to keep seeing. And unfortunately, it's the same way when you look at these memes about relationships, where it's like, women want this or women want that, or, be this kind of woman or be that kind of woman. You like it. And then it keeps sending you more stuff and it keeps feeding into that. My daughter says something about social media all the time. And I really like this for her because my daughter's 21. Me and her have some of the realest conversations ever. And we are very transparent in our conversations. And I feel like that's important for her because growing up, my mom didn't have these kind of conversations with me. And I want her to know, like, it's okay to feel how you feel and be a realistic person in your feelings. Like, you don't have to feed into social media. But my daughter says this all the time. And she always says, social media is mostly brain rot. That's mostly what it is. And people don't even realize that. You look at one video, you like
No.
it, you're going to see videos like that for the next hour if you keep scrolling. That's all you're going to see is those videos. This going to keep rotting your brain and rotting your brain and rotting your brain. And in a minute, you're going to think that that's what it is. It's like, and that's how social media works. So then all these people who are already going with a misconception and they're like, oh yeah, that's what it is. That's the deal right there. That's the ticket. They're going to keep thinking it's the ticket because everything they see on social media is just going to keep feeding them that same brain rot. So they think that that's it. And that's the problem. People don't know the real from the fake because all they keep getting is brain rot. And the more you look on social media, doesn't matter what platform, because they're all connected one way or another, the algorithm going to keep feeding you the same shit. And you're going to keep going there. You're going to keep looking at the same bullshit. So that's how we end up in these terrible cycles that people don't know how to break. They don't know how to break them. And it's really unfortunate for people who are not realistic thinkers or people who are able to free think on their own. Yeah, it's over for so many people. It's over. It's sad. And our young people, see, but I tell you what's gonna happen.
You,
That's the boy
you
at the
you're
door.
being you're being summoned. Um, can I pause it? I mean, I could definitely edit it if you need to step away
Kevin
for a second,
Daniels,
or
what would you like?
ooh, you
You guys are gonna see my
doing opening.
twin. Oh, everybody's here now. Yeah. What is it, Kevin?
Oh,
About to spoil the talk down.
Okay, let me go in the other room. Y'all can talk in here. Go in there, please, sir.
who's on your shirt? Is that
Post
Post Malone?
Malone.
I don't know none of his music.
My
Or
boy
maybe I
Posty.
do and I just don't know it's him.
Yeah, that's my boy Posty. One of my friends.
Posty? Like
Yeah.
Posty? Stick it Posty? Oh, yeah.
Leave alone. That's funny. But yeah, no. We talk about brain rot all the time. Like we just and it I mean you everybody gets it though, because let you sit up at night and just keep scrolling. The one video you looked at, you just keep seeing them. So what other choice do you have but to believe that bullshit that you just watched was legitimate? Like and all it takes is 2 or 3 times for you to read some shit or hear some shit, and then you believe in it. You going with that thought. You going with that whole thought process.
I wonder if this started when COVID happened. Cause again, this is definitely a rabbit hole. We not gonna go down it today, but I could write it down. Cause, my people know I work at a retail store. They know I work at Kmart, and just the stuff that I see daily. And it's like, did you forget how to say excuse me? You ain't even got to say that. You could just say beep beep, something. Like, no. It's like people forgot how to be in the presence of other people
Yeah.
because of COVID. And I'm like, we've been on this planet for however long, and here come COVID. You got to sit in the house. Now all of a sudden, you forget. You forget how to communicate with a person. Hey, she cute. You go up and you talk to her, or he's cute. She goes up and she talks to this man, and just goes. Like, I just look at social media and I just be like, you can't be serious.
Mm-hmm.
And these people have hour-long rants, and he said this, and men this, and women that. I'm like, bruh, all you got to do is just say, hey, Either two things gonna happen. Either the person of the opposite sex or same sex or multiple sexes or whatever you identify as, the filing cabinet or doorknob, whatever you choose. I don't know. Either is yay or nay. Either
Yeah.
that person is they gonna talk back to you or they're gonna be like, no, that's okay. And you keep going. But this is the other thing that's kind of not talked about too. And this is a men thing. I don't want to say it like that, but it tends to happen more with men. I've seen some things that a man will approach a woman, and if he gets rejected by her, he don't know how to take that. And it just like he's gonna start to follow her. I'm gonna follow you. No, you can't tell me no. What you mean you tripping? I'm gonna follow you to your car and do all this other stuff, and it's like it leads into kidnapping and like like that. Nah, we not doing that.
You know what? I think
That
that
we
has a lot to do with the person. Well, it might not. I've never had that happen to me. So I've never had anybody like say anything smart to me, but I've definitely rejected people, Hey, how you doing? Hey, how are you? Yeah, I was trying to see if I can get your number. Nah, I'm already involved. That's the kind of response I'm gonna give somebody. And I always smile when I talk to people. I've never had that happen. But surprisingly, that did happen to my daughter. We were in a grocery store and she was I think she was like 15 or 16. And we had a few minutes, the store is about to close. I'm like, we're going to divide and conquer. I need you to run this way, grab this, this, and that. And I'm going to grab this, this, and that and meet me. She called me about 3 minutes later. She like, Mom, I'm over here in this aisle. This man will not stop following me. I dropped everything in my hand. I had a can of baked beans. And I flew over to that aisle. And it was like this foreign dude. And he was not stop
get
following my daughter. And I told him,
get
like,
the
man, I'm
big
about
can
to.
or little can.
It was one of them bush baked beans, a big can. And I
Yo,
flew up on
okay,
dude.
yeah, damage.
He was bigger than me. My daughter taller than me. I'm like, man, I'll beat the shit out of you with these baked beans. You better leave my fucking daughter alone. And she said he had tried to talk to her. And she told him no. Like, no, thank you. I'm a kid. And he kept trying to talk to her. And I'm like, what is going on? But I think that was just, like, I ain't gonna say it was a foreign thing, but he was a foreigner. So that could have been a situation there. But my daughter has said, like guys have tried to talk to her before, and she's just pretty much been like, hey, thank you, but I have a boyfriend. And she hasn't had that experience like that happen either, where somebody talk crazy to her. But I have seen dudes be like, well, fuck you then, and blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, what? This girl can't say no to you? What did
Mm-mm.
you think was going to happen? Or did you just think it was just going to automatically be a yes because you felt like it was going to be a yes? Like, what happened? That I've seen that happen, and it was always a surprise for me to see it, but I never experienced it, thank the Lord. Like, I never had that happen, and I'm fortunate I didn't, but yeah, that was an experience to see for other people.
I seen that yesterday. I don't know exactly what platform it was on, but it was I want to say 16 or 14. She was a teenager and she was walking home from school. She didn't show the guy, but you can hear him and she's telling him, I'm 16, I'm a kid, I'm a teenager, and she just kept saying it over and over. And it got to the point to where she kind of had to start cursing. She didn't curse him out, but like, she showed that she was serious. And I'm like, people really do this stuff. Men
Mhm.
clearly really do this stuff. And at the end, she panned down and showed her body, and she was like, don't I look like a teenager? Or do I not look like a kid to you?
When we lived in Evanston, when my daughter was much younger, she was about 12, some guy in a yellow Camaro, I'll never forget this, tried to talk to her while she was out walking her dog, and he kept trying to call her over to the car, and she's just like, I'm a kid. Like, I am in junior high. I'm a kid. And he just kept being like, nah, you don't look like no kid. And all I know is started running back towards the house. And so, like, she's running and the dog's running with her, but he keeps turning around, like, seeing that it's danger. And dude got out the car and she let the dog go just as I'm opening the door because I could hear her running and yelling. But she knew better. She let him go. And our dog had him stuck up a tree. Like, he jumped up a tree because our dog was on his ass, as he should have been. And he was, get your dog, get your dog. I'm like, baby, it's a reason why my dog on you. It's a reason why my dog on you. My daughter is a kid. Why are you trying to talk to her? And Sir, you're driving a yellow Camaro. You got to be older than her. Like, come on. She telling you she a kid. So I end up having to like take my dog off of her. But it apparently happens a lot. It happens a whole lot. And I think a part of that too is the fact that it's a lot of these young girls out here. And I got a little cousin right now that is stacked like a brick house. And she out here getting men left and right grown, barking all up and down her tree. And I'm just like, why do these men want these little girls? Like, so what? They look grown. If they tell you they ain't grown, baby, go find you a grown one. Come on. Stop preying on these babies. But it's happening. It's definitely happening.
I look at the type of clothes and I think about it. I can't remember what started this conversation. Me and you actually had this conversation. We was talking about the gym clothes and just how everything looks now going to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in a retail store and I'm looking at like kids, like not even teenage. I'm a guy. Sorry, I don't know the proper terminologies, but like 10 and younger clothes. And I'm looking at these clothes and it's like, hmm, why are all these clothes tights? Everything was tight. Everything was fitted, like just all tight. And I'm like, you can't have a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5, 6, 7-year-old with tights. Like at that young, you wearing tights, bathing suits, and all this other. Like, no, everything I see is tight, is low cut. You want to walk around like that, okay? And it's like, who's to blame? Is it the parent for buying the clothes? Is it the manufacturers for making the stuff? I don't know. I don't like it because I mean, when I was my audience don't know my age. They know I'm in my 40s. I know we about the same age. We gonna leave it there. Unless you want to say your age, that's fine. We in the 40s. When I was in high school, they looked like teenagers. You could look at them. They even dressed and acted. Everything was just different. But I mean, again, now all of a sudden you got all this food that then been injected with everything. You got these young kids, 7 years old, like, bruh.
How you got a quick weave going to the 7th grade? That's crazy. Like, come on. I didn't have a weave until I was an adult. Like, I didn't even have a weave in high school. I didn't have a weave mostly because I had a lot of hair, but I didn't get a weave until I was an adult. Like, but you got all these young girls getting too much. It's a lot. Life, I'm just fortunate that my baby is about to be 22 this year, and she has such a wonderful head on her shoulders. Like, it's amazing. I feel sorry for this generation that's coming up right now because, baby, y'all and y'all mamas. But this is what I
Yeah,
was going to
that's
say. I was thinking about that as subject earlier, actually, because me and my son were in the car and Kevin just turned 20. And, he's a young man and he definitely, he looks at butts and everything else. We were driving up Glenway, and there were two girls walking up Glenway, and one girl had a clear book bag on, and her entire ass was hanging out the bottom of her shorts. Entire ass. She's walking. The girl in front of her entire ass is hanging out of her shorts. They both have clear book bags, and I'm thinking, what school do they go to that requires clear book bags? And I'm like, I think that's a junior high thing, but I don't know. I don't have kids in school, so I don't know. But they're clearly in school because you can see their books in their book bags, but they're wearing shorts where their whole entire ass is hanging out the bottom of their shorts. So, of course, Kevin looked. We continued to drive. I'm looked in my rearview mirror just as the car behind me literally slowed down, rolled down the window, and both of the driver and the passenger are literally leaning over to talk to these two girls hanging out, two girls out of the passenger side. I'm like, exactly what we were just talking about. They probably were preying on these little girls. I know they had to have been little girls. Like, come on now. Why are you wearing that? Walking down the street. Why is your ass hanging out the bottom of your shorts? Why?
because they see it. They see the sexy reds and all these other people, and they nobody's telling them no different. They not getting their asses whooped, and you better not wear that out that house where you think you're going, whether it's an uncle, mom, it ain't happening.
Yeah, you can tell
And like whatever comedian said,
they ain't getting
it
whooped
ain't no big mamas no more.
while their mama held their arm up in the air like that. They ain't getting whooped in a circle no more. Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, they ain't getting talked to while they getting whooped. You bet not. Didn't I tell you? You got to hold a hand while you're going in the circle.
They ain't none of that. They ain't getting shit taken away from them. You ain't finna watch TV. You ain't going outside. You ain't getting nothing. You gonna eat and go to bed. That's all. Lord, listen, they ain't that's where is that at?
Nah,
Somebody,
no.
one of my friends, he actually is a Cincinnati police officer, and he sent me a video of some kids fighting at the Walmart over here in Western Hills just the other day. I'm gonna send it to you. It was through Facebook. Oh wait, I gotta figure out how to send it to you. But anyway, so they were fighting. Two guys were trying to jump another guy, and he was on detail up there. And he's in the parking lot going off like, this is you. This is a felony offense, and he's yelling at these guys. I'm a Cincinnati police officer. This is a felony offense. You both of y'all about to go to jail. And the one little guy was just like, "Why we go to jail? We weren't doing nothing but jumping somebody." He was saying that they about to reinstate a curfew. I must admit
Yeah,
that. I didn't even know anything about that. I'm like, "Well, what happened to the curfew we had when we were younger?" Because I remember we had a curfew and then it just was no longer talked about. Like, what happened?
the curfew is downtown somewhere. It's like downtown Banks. It's somewhere, but it became active over the weekend or maybe a weekend ago. It's like 9 o'clock or something, unless you are coming from work or something like that. And I'm like, so y'all gonna put
When
that
you
on the
come from
news?
work, you gotta have.
Now all these kids about to tell you, yeah, they about to use all that excuse. Excuse me, I'm the police department. What are you doing out here at 11 o'clock? Oh, I'm coming from work. Oh, why would you even post that?
Knowing good and well, if you are in high school, you cannot even work till 11 o'clock. Like, that is not even a possibility. You can't even work till 11 o'clock being in high school. But the percentage of that actually working, I would say maybe 20% is gonna work. Like, every juvenile jail is about to be full if they really and truly feel like this whole curfew is gonna actually work. Like, I don't feel like it's gonna work. It shouldn't just be downtown though. It should be a curfew in
Nah,
every neighborhood in the city, but that's going to take a lot of police force that we just don't have.
it's not even that. It's again Facebook. Let me write this down. I seen something on Facebook, and it was a older guy, like he was making fun of the YNs. He was like, YNs today be like this, and like he had on a gray shirt, and all the sweat was, well, his shirt was drenched, and he showed I'm pretty sure it was him. He had I don't know what they call it. It's the mask that you put over your head and you can only see your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
He had that on, and he had a black, I guess it was a Nike tracksuit or whatever. Well, long sleeve jogging pant. Like, no. And he had that on, and I went to the comments, and one person said that they asked their grandkid, why y'all do this, and they were like, they do this to show intimidation or they try to scare other people. And I mean, I'm sitting here looking at this like, so y'all can figure this out. It ain't all kids that it's not all kids that dress like that, and I don't think it just started. It kind of ramped up.
Yeah.
But yeah, you look at these videos, you see the ones that's standing on corners, they got their hand in their pocket or whatever. They got these I don't even know what they call them now. These firearms, we'll just use that word. They got all this stuff, and like, I guess, is glorified. These kids, oh wow, that's cool. I want to do this. I mean, I want to be like Tupac, but that's and I mean that's why they wear it. And a lot of people in the comments was like, I bet he's stanky, musty, smell like onions and this and that. And even at my job, I see these people like this, and I just look at them, and I'm like, some people in the comments was like, if I see somebody walk up to me like this, I'm gonna be reaching for or wherever. And I mean, I get it. It's because that's what you see. That's what's associated. And even if it's not, even if the kid is wearing that because they have whatever sensory issues, and them wearing layers make them feel like they're hugged or whatever, to the what social media has provided to us older people is, he got something covering up his face. He dressed in a hoodie and it's like 300 degrees outside. He got something on him. I'm gonna stay away from him. That's what social media has taught us. If
Mm-hmm.
he come over to my car, I got something for him.
Yep.
Whether it's true or
Got
not,
some hot for him.
that's they paint that picture. I don't know, man. Look, if I can go outside, nah. The heat is real, and they dress like that.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's a lot of them that dress like that. And we were in TJ Maxx the other day, and like four boys walked in, and they all had hoods on, and that's why they keep a armed security guard in TJ Maxx now, which is crazy up here. It's in Western Hills, and she immediately was just like, either take your hoods off or go back out the store. They didn't want to take the hoods off. She escorted them right back out the store. You're not finna come in here at all. And I was happy to see that, because had she let them come in, I was going to leave right back out the store. No, ma'am. I'm not standing here because I don't know what the hell they finna do in this store, and I'm not about to be a part of it. No, thank you. I was gonna walk right back out. Thank you so much.
And in their mind, they think it's funny. Like, everything is funny. Ha 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 ha. And I'm like, nah, bro, that's not funny. What you don't see on social media is the other part of this. The people, oh, okay, I had a hoodie on and I walked into a gas station and I just had my hand in my pocket, and then you get arrested for a whole bunch of years. Years, 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 years. Again, it's this huge disconnect. And they think it's cool because that's what they see. That's what they see on their cell phone. We ain't had no cell phones coming up.
Did not.
We ain't had no social media. None of that. None of it. The gangsters we saw was the rappers, and they all had messages.
Pretty much.
Nah,
Yeah.
these dudes is just a whole epidemic. But again, it's social media driven. Also, I think the book is in my locker at work. It's a book by Riza Islam. It's called Message to the Millennials, and he has a whole chapter about it, and he gets deep into it. He's like, social media is definitely being controlled. Like, if you are a part of the red gang over here on the west side or whatever part of town, they're going to start to send you on your social media stuff from the blue gang on the other side of town. Specifically just that. They ain't going to send you nothing else if they're going to try to get rid of you. This is how they're going to reach you. And all this stuff that's going on in Chicago and wherever else is gang activities and stuff. They're seeing all this stuff that's being controlled by I'm not going to say police, but agencies. Social media is controlling that stuff. They ain't
Oh
seeing
yeah.
nothing else. He got on blue and he over here on 12th Street and so. Or let's go take a ride.
Let's show them a whole bunch
It's
of
set up.
people. I mean, I feel like social media is just it definitely is geared around my favorite two words now, brain rot. They just try their best to rot your brain from one way or another. It's like, and I was telling my daughter this because I'm like, I'm definitely cookies on my kryptonite. Like, that's my kryptonite. And every time I be like, I'm trying to get back into the gym. I ain't been in the gym for real in going on 6 weeks. Like 6 weeks. I managed to only gain 4 pounds in 6 weeks. Like, yeah, not going to the gym. And I was going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. And I said something to her like, it's about to be my birthday. I'm about to order me some cookies because it's my birthday. That's what I'm getting. It's some cookies for my birthday. And I kid you not, all I'm seeing is cookies to order from here. Cookie recipes. Who got the best cookies? Order now, get this free cookie. I'm like, this is a setup. This is a freaking setup because I said I wanted some cookies and I need to get back in the gym. So all I'm seeing is cookies right now. But that's just on a very small scale of what social media is trying to do.
No gym for you.
No, I'm going tomorrow. I'm gonna be at the gym tomorrow, and I'm getting my cookies on my birthday. I already ordered them.
Well, Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's gonna be I don't care. I'm getting them anyway. But yeah, like everything you and I feel like it's just gonna get so much worse though. On top of the fact that we got all these kids who don't want to work, people who trying their best to get they be trying to become internet sensations and doing whatever they can do to make money off the internet. It was like, when we were younger, the only way for us to get access was to like pay for the internet. Now they making sure you getting it for free because even if you don't have a job, you can get a free phone every other month on the corner. And even if you don't pay the bill, you can just go get another phone the next month. They making sure you got access to social media all the time so they can continue to rot your brain however they need to see fit to keep rotting brains. Just keep trying to do it. So this is unfortunately gonna be like an epidemic. We about to have to ride on out. Like Jesus, this this is gonna get worse and worse and worse.
Well, we could start down this hole. It is what it is. We can go down it. This AI rabbit hole.
Oh my goodness.
I'm pretty sure you've seen stuff on social media that's AI made.
Yes.
And the latest one I seen, again, Facebook. I stay away from TikTok because TikTok for me is when I was kind of active on TikTok, like I'd find myself, I'm like, wait a minute, the sun was up. Now the moon is, and wait, what happened? I'll be on TikTok that long just scrolling. Like I didn't waste 2.5, 3 hours just scrolling, and I'm like, I can't do this. Facebook is it's a little different. At Facebook I get to read a little bit, see what people said and then you might see the reels or whatever else. But I seen a video, they were on a track. It was a short person, they had a microphone and they was holding it up. And this person was supposed to be a track star. A woman. She said she was 7'5". 7'5", dark skin. Her booty was like took up half the screen. And again, I've turned into a go straight to the comments guy because you have to.
Exactly.
And everybody said the same thing. Like, wait a minute, this person had a microphone in their hand, and then a microphone disappeared, and so and so. A lot of this AI stuff is good. They call them deep fakes or whatever they call them. I don't. A lot of this, like, if you really not paying attention, you can get fooled by it. Like,
Hmm.
damn, I just seen so and so. I seen also it's a video. I don't see it anymore. It was a video that happened. It was a school shooting, and then they made that video. Somebody said the Sandy Hook. I can't remember when that happened. And also, audience, I'm gonna apologize to y'all because clearly we going down a rabbit hole. I'm a person. I don't like to be unprepared. I like to have dates and stuff for y'all to go back and reference. Like, oh, he said this happened, this. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all this happened. August, September, October this year. This happened. That's what the person said. And it was a back to school video. And I seen it by like, they were all black women that said it. Man, this back to school and this and that. And so I seen the video and I watched it. And I'm looking at it like, you could kind of tell this isn't a back to school video. Back to school video is going to be bright and like inside of the store, Target, wherever. Mom, I like these shoes. And, they'd be like, hey, you can get these spiral tablets for so-and-so.
Right.
That's back to school. This was completely different. You see a person running, they got a skateboard and they busting out a window trying to get out of school. And they couldn't put two and two together. Like, I guess they looked at it as these kids was trying to break out of school. And I'm like, you can't be serious. You can't be that damn dumb. Like it just went all the way over everything. And 9 times out of 10, they probably didn't watch the whole video or they didn't listen to it or just whatever. And I'm like, yeah, you could tell these kids, if they all trying to escape the school, that means something is happening in the school
Right.
for them to get out.
Right. Yeah. AI.
They
AI is. Oh, I keep having to tell my mom because I feel I have to go over there periodically and go through her phone and look at because sometimes she clicks on stuff and she's like, "Oh, I was reading this story," and she'll send it to me. I'd be like, "Yeah, mom, that's AI." Why would you think that's AI? I'm like, think about it realistically, mama. That didn't happen. Like, come on. And unfortunately, the older generation, they're like they're totally taken with the AI altogether because they don't know the real from the fake. But yeah, this is some of that stuff is like unbelievably. It looks real, but it's like, mm-mm. And it again is one of those things where it's going to get worse and worse and worse. So wait, I have to tell you though, my phone is about I'm on like 9% on my phone. And the boy keeps coming up my steps. So listen, we have to have another podcast conversation. But I
Of
would like to
course.
talk about this guy that they are talking about in the city. His name is Troy, who is the guy who is facing charges for giving these women HIV and not telling them that. Have you seen him? I can't remember his last name. I could probably find it, but his first name is Troy. And he's facing charges in the city for having given several women HIV or having unprotected sex with them and not telling them he had it. And I can also reference a very, very, oh goodness, it is a whole long chat about it in the girls group on Facebook. Oh goodness. That
I
conversation did numbers.
I may have, but that's another one. I've seen that in other cities and states, and it'll be like sisters, girls, or whatever, however they address it. Don't mess with this guy. He's HIV. He has this. He slept with all of these people. He lives in this area. He's did this. And I'm like, so this is a
Well,
thing.
this he actually got
Okay.
charges. This is a guy who was arrested.
Okay.
So
So he
he's
got
a
arrested.
legitimate guy
Good.
with
Good.
it. But they were talking, so the subject in the girls group was, or I would love to talk about this too. Should these women come forward and say who they are? And this post did numbers. It was like 600 comments on it. I couldn't read them all, but yeah, I will go back and read them so we can talk about that. Oh yeah, that was a good post. I was like, oh my God. Whoop.
Well, I'll have my assistant reach your assistant and we can set up another date because I don't know if your phone is hot or not, but you say you had 9% and
Yeah,
it's gonna keep going down especially with this.
yeah.
We are at 54 minutes and 6 seconds and counting. Okay. Well, yeah, we gonna finish. So also, wishful podcast people, I'm gonna say this. This right here it was impromptu. This wasn't planned. It wasn't like I had topics and everything. I actually had somebody that had to reschedule. This person has lupus and some other uh things going on with them. So they rescheduled. I reached out. Adrian was like, damn, let's do it. Again, this you gonna see her. You see there.
Oh yeah, we had some good
Yeah.
conversations. We have some great
Yeah.
conversations. So yeah.
She yeah. Is it a cancer near you? Is it a cancer that's near you?
No, not right now.
Okay. Because I don't know the cancer. I don't know names or anything. So okay.
No. Surprisingly, nobody has come up the stairs, but I keep hearing Kevin come like up the stairs. I'm gonna go tell Mama, but he hasn't come up the stairs yet. So
Okay. All right. Well, we can end it here. Okay, everybody. Y'all already heard it's gonna be a part 2, 3, 4. It ain't, don't even worry about parts. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen soon. So with that being said, we out. Love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't comment, don't subscribe. Still love y'all. It is what it is. So Wishful Podcast is out. Stop.